record. All right, so let's go ahead and share the screen. All right, guys, so it is, let's see, Monday. I actually had to look at the date. It is the 25th of January, and it is so hard to believe. I'm looking back at my calendar and just kind of like thinking to myself, where did this month go? You know, where has the time gone, and where was my focus this month? And have I achieved the goals that I have set for myself? And have I pushed myself beyond the goals that I have achieved? And so as I look at my month, and I know that I am a big believer that Success Club is something that just drives your business forward, you know, and I do believe it's because it's rooted in the simple foundation that challenge packs are the result. They are the secret sauce to success. You know, you're giving them the nutrition, you are giving them a workout, and most importantly, you're giving them that accountability with you. And so achieving Success Club 5, and I usually say 6 because a challenge pack is 2 points. Achieving Success Club is just a matter of helping 3 people. It's making that non-negotiable commitment month after month that you are going to help 3 people. And in helping 3 people, you're naturally going to move yourself forward. So today you have to kind of say to yourself, all right, what have I done in the past months? You know, where have I been with my business? And you almost have to say, okay, it's time for me to recommit to today. I can't change what happened in the past. I can't keep looking in the rearview mirror. I need to focus on what's happening now. And I really need to say, what are the things that I need to do today that are going to drive me closer to that goal I want to be able to achieve? And I can't help but look at some of these names on the board and say, wow, like SC 16, 13, 12, 10. And this was from this past Thursday. And I know these numbers have changed, but I'm going to tell you that SC 5 minimum, non-negotiable month after month is what has allowed me to be successful month after month. And I know it will do the same for you. I know it's just the surefire way it's going to move your business forward. So this week, I have to make sure that I'm giving a little extra shout out to our top producers of the week. Stephanie Ebert, I believe, had 575 PV. That's about 575 in sales or personal orders. Jen Schuler is on the list. Melinda Kulik, I think I said your name right. Cynthia Los, who just finished her NLC conference. I actually think she is still out in LA waiting for a flight back because she is in Maryland, and I know they have a lot of snow there. So just say a little prayer that Cynthia makes it home okay. Katie Isaac, Heather Ruddick, Danielle, Jeanette, Brenda, Jody O'Brien, and Anna Kessler. Look at how amazing this is. How cool is it to see that consistency in their businesses every month, month after month, just completely just taking it by storm. And I'm so proud of you guys. Congratulations on that. I believe Kirsten is probably going to talk about this a little bit, but I have to talk about Team Cup for a couple of minutes, if that's okay with you. So if you're new to the organization, or if you have been in it for a while, you may have seen some posts that we've been talking about this concept of Team Cup. So what is Team Cup, and why is it so important, and why do we keep talking about it? Well, there's prizes, right? There's great prizes. There's headphones, there's tumbler cups, there's clothing. I think it's like a throw blanket or something. Prizes are great, but really what Team Cup is about, it's about momentum in your business. How it works is you team up in a group of 5 people. 1 can be a lifetime diamond, but you can't have more than 1 lifetime diamond in your Team Cup. And your job as a team is to challenge each other and push one another to achieve your goals. I have done a number of Team Cups. And there were years in the past where I know my first year I ended up in the top 10 for Team Cup. I know that every time, though, that I do it, I earn and grow my business at such a higher rate than I do in other months because I am pushed and I am motivated by the people around me. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just put back in the KB the thread we have about a team. And if you are not on a team, you are missing out on the opportunity to propel your business forward. Team Cup is just what you do. Ask yourself, am I working with other people? Do I have a success partner? Am I really focusing on not just Success Club, but pushing myself a little bit further to do those extra invites? Am I doing that power hour, the one that Lauren talked about last week, or am I kind of letting it sit? Or am I really focusing on it? And if I'm really focusing on it, aren't I seeing a difference in my business? Now imagine that, but with a group of 5 people who are working together to achieve their own business goals, but pushing each other further. And on top of that, you are also going to see that you're going to earn points, not just for Success Club points, but also for rank advancements as well. So February is just a really exciting month. It is definitely the month that changes businesses. It is absolutely the month where you see a difference and you see all of that hard work and that passion kind of ignited. So Team Cup is by far the place to be. So commit to it and say, I am going to go 100% hard during Team Cup because I'm committed to making a change and making my business move forward. All right, one more announcement, and then I'm going to turn it over to Kirsten. Business Opportunity Webinar. Taylor and I paired up for this one. We are going to be doing one this Wednesday on the 27th at 9 p.m. I will include the webinar link in the KB. What I like about the webinar link, it is like Zoom. However, all you need is the URL. You don't have to download the app to attend a webinar. It is live and there's no muting of phones or anything like that. So basically when you run a webinar, it's just an opportunity for someone to see you, but they don't interact unless they have computer access and then they can type in the chat. So it's a little bit different than the calls that we do, but a webinar is going to be this Wednesday at 9 p.m. So I need to talk to you guys for a couple minutes about this. If you haven't invited to one, you need to, because I think sometimes we have this concept that we just invite to challenge groups. But what we need to start getting a little bit uncomfortable with and being okay with being uncomfortable with is opening this opportunity up to other people. No matter what your business goals are, Beachbody has a solution for you. If you're looking to get your groceries paid for every week, Beachbody can help somebody do that. If you're looking to create financial freedom for your family, Beachbody can help you do that. If you're looking to get Shakeology for free, Beachbody can help you do that. If you're looking for just an environment in which you're in a group and you are sweating and you just need that accountability, Beachbody can help you do that. And if we aren't putting that in front of people, if we are doing people a disservice. You have to believe that though. And you have to say, no matter where I am in my business, I know I have a solution for people. I know that I can help people. And when you understand that, your confidence grows. And when your confidence grows, you can look at this webinar and you can say, I'm going to invite to that because I know that this works. And I know this is going to allow success, but you have to have the confidence to do it. And if you are at that point where you're like, I just don't know if I want to invite to her business opportunity, don't sit there and not invite to any. Create your own webinar. If you aren't doing it, invite to this one. And if you are going to do it, get uncomfortable with it. Challenge yourself. Say, I'm going to host this business opportunity call. And if 1 or 2 people get on, then I'm good. I'm going to grow myself by being able to do that. But set a date for it. Get together with a couple people on your team and host one. And if you're not there yet, or you just signed up yourself, join this one and get people and challenge yourself. My challenge to myself was personal invites to 10 people. I was challenged today to do 10 invites today specifically to this. So that's my job, is to send out 10 business opportunities. And it's not something to be nervous about, because what if You are the person who invites someone to this and it changes their entire life. And if you don't already believe that it can do that, you need to get back rooted into why you started this, because when you're invested in that, it makes talking about the business easier. But I don't need to talk too much about that because I am pretty sure Kirsten is going to do that. So I'm going to introduce Kirsten, and if you guys don't know, I'm going to give them a little bit of background, and I know you guys have seen her in the KB. Earlier today, I posted this and I put Kirsten Nuss on there because that's what I know her as. I've known Kirsten since we were in elementary school. Kirsten and I shared a best friend and we fought over this best friend. So Kirsten and I were kind of in different groups. We had different sets of friends, and it really wasn't until Beachbody that we realized how similar we really are. So Kirsten and I have been working together in this business, I want to say for 3 years, maybe. Kirsten's a 5-star diamond. She is a new mom. She is a new wife. She has had so many life changes in the last year between pregnancy and new baby and new marriage and just all of those kind of changes all at once. But one thing I can say is that she has always been consistent and firm in the belief that this business can change your life. This year, I had the privilege of watching Kirsten become our team's, my first personally sponsored coach, become a 6-figure earner, which is pretty amazing. And she's also been a Success Club legend at 32 months of Success Club, 5 at the minimum, usually far more than that. In the organizational ladder, in the organizational ladder, she is an organizational leader. You guys have seen her team. They do amazing things. She has quite a few amazing leaders on her team as well. So she is a firm believer in the business. And you'll see that theme over and over, and that successful coaches, they believe in the business. And when you believe in it, it makes it easier to do what she's going to talk about tonight, and that's inviting. So Kirsten, I am going to allow you to do your thing. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and you are good.
Wow, thank you. Can you guys hear me? Are we good? Can you hear me, Katie? Okay. Thank you for that introduction. It was actually kind of cool. Katie asked me today how many months I've been in Success Club, and I knew I had hit the legend mark, but I was really surprised. I'm like, oh my gosh, 32 already. So Success Club has always been a non-negotiable for me, and it is the simplest way to benchmark your business. It is the simplest way to teach duplication in your business. And that was told to me from day one, and I've kept that in my head. So even when months were hard, like Katie said, I had a lot of life changes happen quickly last year. I quit my full-time job. I got engaged. I got pregnant. I moved. I had a baby, and I got married. So every huge life event that you could possibly happen in your life happened to me all in a year. So I will tell you, the business was not always easy, and there were times when I struggled, but the things that I stuck to were breaking it down simply, and that was the 3 vital behaviors and hitting Success Club 5. I knew that if I at least hit Success Club 5 every single month, my business was going to grow, and it did, and it continues to grow. So we're going to talk about one of those vital behaviors tonight. And let me, I did a PowerPoint, so let me pull it up. All right. So it's a vital behavior. Are you doing it, right? Ask yourself that. Is this something that you're doing every single day? It needs to be something that you do consistently. So this is hilarious to me because Katie was like, I wanted to be like, stop. This is what I'm going to be talking about. So when I was putting this training together, I thought to myself, we get so afraid of the word invite. And it's like, why are we so afraid to share this opportunity with people? So one thing that I think of when even myself, I get in those modes where I'm kind of afraid because we just don't like to hear the word no. Emotionally, we're just afraid of hearing the word no. So what I wanted to do is I asked a couple coaches from my team and from the KB to tell me how Beachbody has changed their life. And so you're looking here at this screen, and I'm going to read every one of them because I think that it is so important for us to revisit this. And you can do this anytime. We have a huge team page. If you feel the need to, if you're afraid to invite, go back and say, hey, will 3 people tell me how Beachbody changed their life? And you can think about it yourself. I want you to think about it from your own standpoint. And if you're a new coach, that's okay. Think about these stories. You can use these stories with people until you have your own story. But so because someone invited each one of these people, their life was changed. So if you look at the first one, okay. I was given a passion I didn't know I had. It has allowed me to finally combine my education in business and leadership and passion for health and fitness. It has also given me a platform for my other passion, which is adoption. Because someone invited me, physically, Beachbody has helped me get back to my pre-baby body. Emotionally, Beachbody has helped me to feel more confident and connected to like-minded people. Because someone invited me, emotionally, Beachbody has made me feel more confident and empowered. Because someone invited me, I have a thriving business, my goals are getting bigger, and my weight has remained consistent for 3 years. Because someone invited me, I have recovered from disordered eating. I have a schedule of freedom, and I'm happy. Because someone invited me, Beachbody has allowed me to step outside my comfort zone time and time again, which in turn has benefited me personally with confidence, relationships, and financial status. Because somebody invited me, I can't see those bottom ones. Hold on. Beachbody has been the solution to the things I want most. Health to play with my kids and set a good example for them. Joy from supporting others to achieve their own health goals, and confidence to enjoy it all as my best self. Because someone invited me, Beachbody has not only helped me financially and physically, but it has made me stronger, happier, more confident person. So when you look at these things, not very many things are focused on health, like weight loss, right? Sometimes we think like that's what this is all about, but look at just what a few people have said, and it has changed them physically, emotionally, financially. People are changed because someone invited them to the opportunity. So you guys, you can't forget this. You can't forget all these great things that can happen. Like Katie was saying, we have a solution for so many things. We are doing people a disservice by not sharing this opportunity with them. So before I move on, I just want you to know, you guys, I will post this PowerPoint in the group. So don't like frivolously take notes and try to copy all of because I do have scripts in here too. And I want you guys to have it all. I want you to have all these images. So don't feel like you have to write them all down. Okay. So the next thing that I want you to do, and I created this in a PicMonkey. This is your inviting commitment. So I want you guys to print this out and put it where you work. And I want you to fill the blanks in at the top. Because my coach so-and-so invited me, I have been able to. Because I want you to be reminded of why this business changed your life, because someone had the guts to invite you. I will share this opportunity with 3 to 5 people a day because I want to change lives just as mine was changed. I will not die by sending out invites. I am doing others a disservice by not sharing this amazing opportunity. I will not be afraid of no. It just means not right now. I have a gift that should be shared with others. I will get outside of my comfort zone daily because that is where the magic happens. I am meant for greatness. So this is something that you can look at every single day and have it in the forefront of your mind so that you are reminded why you are here, because you're here for a reason and you have a gift. All right, so let's get into the nuts and bolts of this. Okay, so first, before the invite happens, the conversation needs to start. Okay, where is that can happen? That can happen at a number of different places. So if you're adding to your contact list every day, you have people to invite, right? So if you've sent a new friend request and they have accepted, guys, don't be afraid to send them a message. If they weren't interested in you, they wouldn't have accepted the friend request, okay? So don't think that they're going to think you're weird. If they thought you were weird, they wouldn't have accepted the friend request. So what I like to do is I just send them a message. Hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. I just love networking. I post a lot of positivity and inspiration on my page along with health and fitness tips. So I hope you find value in it. Have any fun New Year's resolutions for 2016? End with a question. Leave the conversation open-ended so they have a reason to respond to you. If someone has liked your post on social media, what I do every day is I go back to all of my posts, and every single person that has liked or commented has a message from me. Okay, so depending on what the post is, thank you so much. Most of my my best likes and comments prior to having a baby, now he gets like millions, but were any of my transformations in which I shared my vulnerability. So the more vulnerable you get, I'm telling you guys, you will get more comments and likes when you put yourself out there. It is so scary, but you will. And the funny thing is we're so afraid to put it out there because we think we're afraid of what people are going to think, but really they support you more than you will believe. So anyways, I just thank them. Thank you for supporting my transformation. It's really not easy to put myself out there, but I hope it inspires others. How has 2016 been for you so far? Like, that's it. That simple. Again, I ended with a question. Or if it's a fitness post or related to health and fitness, hey, I noticed you like my post. It seems like we have similar interests in health and fitness. Do you mind if I ask you if you're working on any specific goals? That simple. Again, ending with a question. So you want to be reaching out to, and also just sending non-Beachbody related conversation starters. Hey, how are you? It's been so long. Your kids are adorable. What are you doing now? Where have you been working since we were in college? Anything just to start the conversation. And then in person, right? This is like the scariest time to start a conversation. I know. It's get outside your comfort zone. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. But always just think questions and compliments. How can I question and compliment this person? So you're in the grocery store. They have a spaghetti squash in their cart. Hey, how do you cook yours? Those are the cutest workout pants. Do you mind if I ask where you got them? I love workout clothes. I'm said Target. Your daughter's the cutest and so well behaved. What is your secret? I mean, you can create these things in your head before you're out there. You're at the playground. What a beautiful day to let the kids get some energy. How many kids do you have? Where do you go to school? Do you live around here? And people, think about when someone comes up to you and they compliment you, right? Like, you're not taken aback. You're like, oh, that was really nice. Or if they ask you a question, most of us are really approachable and very nice people. And if somebody has a question, we're more than happy to answer it. And so you just get the conversation started there. All right. So as we know, once you get these conversations, you want to form. You hear this word form all the time. It's an easy acronym to remember. Family, occupation, recreation. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about asking questions. That's really what you want to do. Ask questions and then ask some more. And this is a great format for you to think of in your head. Think about their families. People love to talk about themselves. So get them talking about themselves. How many kids do you have? Are you married? Where do you live? Do you live around here? How old are your kids? Then you can talk about their occupation. their occupation is going to uncover a lot, right? What do you do for a living? What do you like most about it? What are the challenges? What would you change? You can uncover a great deal about someone and how they feel about their occupation. Maybe they're working tons and tons of hours and they want to be home with their kids. Maybe they love to work, but they hate that they don't have freedom in their schedule. When you're asking them those questions, what would you change? That's going to be great clues into how you can help them. And again, people love talking about themselves. So don't feel afraid to ask them. And along with this, this is where you're establishing common ground, right? So when you ask them, what do you do for a living? Chances are they're going to ask you, what do you do for a living? And one thing that I did when I started this business, I was working full-time as an occupational therapist. And when I initially started and people would ask me that, I'd always lead with occupational therapy. And then I thought, why am I doing this? I need to lead with health and fitness coach, or, I'm a health and fitness coach and I'm also an occupational therapist. Most people don't know what either is. So you get to talk a lot about that, but that intrigues people. Oh, really? What do you do? How do you run online challenges? What's that all about? Hey, let's connect on Facebook. And then recreation. What do you like to do for fun? What are your hobbies? Again, this is going to uncover some things. Are they an active person? Do they already like working out? Do you have something in common there? So you really want to take time to get to know people, to find common ground. This is what networking is all about. And the great thing is if you can hone in on what your target market is, it's so easy to talk to these people because you want to talk to them. So when you're thinking about who should I talk to, who should I get out of my comfort zone, think about who you're attracted to. We heard about this on the call with Sarah Brett. I loved what she said. You walk into a room, or if you can envision who your market is, you think about like when you walk into a room, who are you attracted to? Like what person would you migrate towards and want to have a conversation with? I kind of think about it as like, who would you want to be your friend? And you can see that from Facebook. I mean, you can tell just from people's pictures and who they are. And wow, that person looks pretty interesting. I think we'd have a lot in common. That is your market. And it's, like I said, it's really easy to just talk to those people. Okay, so now you've started the conversation, you've started to understand, you've started to learn more about them. So I'm going to go through some challenge group invites and some business opportunity invites. So when you are inviting them to the next step of the challenge group or the business opportunity, you want to connect the conversation. So it's a little bit hard for me to create an exact script because I don't know exactly how your conversation went. But if you've already uncovered some needs, if you know that they have health and fitness goals for 2016, if you know that they don't like their job and they would love to be able to stay home or have more flexible time in their schedule, you want to connect that. So you can say, listen, I actually run these monthly online health and fitness accountability groups. They're so much fun. I talk a little bit about it. My niche is women that have families and they want to be healthy. So, I talk about that. We're just a small group of women and we want to get motivated and healthy for our families. Would you like to hear more about it? That is it. That is like the most, non-pushy way to really ask someone, would you like to hear more about it? You're not slamming anything down their throat. You're telling them a little bit, like breadcrumbing a little bit about what you do. And then you're just saying, does that interest you? And they will tell you yes or no. And if they tell you no, it's okay. You're not going to die. And don't take it personal because it has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with them. So Katie was talking about, we need to be inviting people to the coaching opportunity. You guys are all on this call and you're all coaches. Think about all those things that I said in the beginning about all those ways that they were affected because now they are a coach and they joined a challenge group. So remember that. Remember how this business changed you as a coach. So this is actually the second part of this challenge group question. So I put in Lauren DeHaven's post in here because I really liked it. And that's kind of the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is my invites have changed up over time. I don't always say the same thing. I mean, for the most part, but I will take bits and pieces of what I hear from other coaches, and that's okay. You don't have to be a robot. See what's working for you. If you feel like people aren't really responding that way, then change it up, tweak it up a little bit. I thought this was really fun the way Lauren put this, because she sent some urgency, like online fitness boot camp. I never say online fitness boot camp, but that kind of pumped me up. Like just tweaking words a little bit. It's amazing what can happen. So, I already have a bunch of people on board. That's going to create urgency. It's New Year's resolutions time. That's going to create urgency. You can always change that New Year's resolution. It's spring break time. Summer's around the corner. The holidays are going to be here. Whatever it is, you can tweak whatever time of year it is. And I can give you the details to read over. Would you be willing to check it out and see if it would be a good fit? So I really like that. Would it be a good fit? So you're giving them the opportunity. Business opportunity, same thing, connecting with the conversation. I like to talk to people if they haven't been a customer of mine. I say, like, have you ever heard of Beachbody or considered being a health and fitness coach? These are people that I want on my team, and I look at them and think, wow, they would be amazing. So I ask them, have you ever considered it? Sometimes they know about Beachbody, sometimes they don't. Compliment them. Tell them why you think they would be so good at this. I think you would be amazing. You've always been super successful in whatever you've done. You're a hard worker. I know you're busy, but most busy people are super successful, and this will give you the freedom that you were telling me about. Again, you're connecting it back to that conversation. You're not just sending them this cold message. You've already had a conversation. In my mind, you've earned the right to invite them. So you can kind of think about that when you're talking to people. Have I earned the right to invite them? Do I know them? Do they trust me? Do I think that they like me? People are going to buy from people that they like and they trust. And you have a solution. So you can tell them about this. Again, the bottom part is the same that Lauren put in. So I just put this in here too. But, the same coaching fitness boot camp at the end of the month. Again, just asking them. But if you can see, always ending with a question. Of course, in that first part, I didn't end up with a question. But I would just say, is this something that you would want to hear about? I did say, have you ever considered being a health fitness coach? But, okay, so now is where it gets fun, right? So they say yes, and you're like, okay, they said yes. Now what do I do? I don't know what to do. So we have scripts for this. Lauren's script was great. That was really detailed. Again, you can send those details over. To be honest with you, I'm sort of trialing and erroring that. I've never sent my description of my groups in that detailed, but it's not to say that it's wrong, but it's just, I'm seeing how it's going to work out because it's giving them everything that they need to do. I have this quick response in here that kind of says everything that what Lauren's email says, but it doesn't give all of the details. It does say it's a 30-day group, what we're doing, the accountability, the Shakeology, the at-home workouts, the nutrition plan. So I send that. Again, guys, don't try to write all this down. Just, you can copy and paste this. And then for the coach opportunity, you can invite them. This is perfect. You can invite them to the webinar that is this week. I think I said this Thursday, but Katie, yours is Wednesday. So you have an opportunity to invite them to this. But remember, these are all recorded. So you can also invite them. Well, I have a video explaining it all. If I sent it to you, would you watch it? Will Thursday at 9 p.m. work for you? Again, ask the question. And Eric Worry from GoPro, which I like, he says, get them to say yes 3 or 4 times. So if you send them a video and say, okay, so if I sent it to you, you said you would watch it, right? So when do you think you would watch it? And they'll tell you, okay, so if I send it, you think you'll watch it by blah, 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 blah. Okay, so if I follow up with you on Wednesday, you will have already watched the video. So now they've said yes 3 times. Or with the webinar. The third option there is to get on the phone. My problem with the phone is it ends up being like a really long conversation because I talk too much. But I will tell you, my close rate on the phone is like 99% because people can hear in my voice that I'm genuine. They can hear that I truly want to help them. They can hear, the guard gets totally let down because what I do at the beginning of that call is I learn even more about them and I talk with them more. And it actually is really fun. I enjoy like getting to know people and networking and talking to them. So get on the phone with people. If you're uncomfortable doing it, just do it. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. And once you start to get on the phone and chat with people, you'll feel so much more confident the more you do it. And guys, listen, you know enough, okay? I know that sometimes we think as coaches, or if we're new coaches, we're just getting into this, that we don't know enough. You know enough. You know that we have a solution that works. You know that these programs are foolproof if you follow them. You know that you are going to be there for them and you're going to support them because that's the kind of team that we have. So give yourselves that much credit. And you know that if you can't answer a question, you have an entire team behind you that's going to help you. So remember that. Don't be afraid to invite because you are afraid that you're going to screw something up, that you're not going to be able to help them. If you are there for them, supporting them, running a group, showing them what's possible, that is all you need to do. So don't get so hung up in being the perfect coach. Just think about it. Are you a good friend? If you're a good friend, then you're a good coach because that's basically all we are. We are cheerleaders, helping people. All right, so the follow-up. Now, no, they didn't respond, right? How many times does this happen? Complete crickets. So this is after the conversation has started. If someone does not respond to me, like if it's a friend request and I send them a message, I honestly don't really waste my time. Maybe the only time that they really get another message from me is if they start liking or commenting on my posts, because now I know that they're watching me. So sometimes maybe I'll go back to those people if there's something shows up in my news feed that makes it worthy of messaging them. But like I said, I don't waste too much time if they've accepted my friend request and then I message them and they don't get back to me. It's okay because I'm sending about 5 friend requests a day and I'm getting anywhere from 3 to 5 people accepting my friend requests. So I have a lot of conversations going. So if you continue to do that, it'll compound. But these are the people that you've gotten a conversation started with and now they don't get back to you. Think in your mind, how can I create urgency with these people? So you have you have invited them to a challenge group. And I didn't say this at the beginning, but you always want to have something to invite them to. When I started this business, I was told run 1 challenge group a month. So I did. Okay. I was also told run 1 coach opportunity call a month. So I do. Or have a coach opportunity call recorded so you have something to invite them to. So I did. Okay. And use your uplines, right? So you have something to invite them to. If you're a new coach, your coach is your upline or someone, your star diamond upline for sure, is running a challenge group. So ask if you can join with them. But remember, you always want to have something to invite to. We also can create urgency with our challenge packs because they expire at the end of the month, right? So just follow up with people. Don't sound pushy. Just say, I know you said you were interested. My group is starting. Do you want me to save you a spot? I only have limited spots. I keep them small. I know you were interested. I want you to have first dibs on a spot. That's it. You're just telling them I'm following up with you because remember, we are thinking about Beachbody 24/7. Most people are not. And I know you've probably heard us say that before, but it's really the truth. So they probably just forgot. So don't take it personal, just follow up. Did you have any more questions? And then sometimes I just say, if I really am like, what the heck? Did I say something to offend you? I just want you to know that I'm here to support you. And a lot of times when you say that, people are like, oh my gosh, no, you didn't offend me. I just didn't get back to you. Or maybe they just don't want to do it and they're afraid to tell you, but at least you're getting them to respond. So again, following up with coaching, I always, if I'm sharing a third party video or resource with them, I always ask them what their favorite part is. Do not ask people, what did you think? That is going to get you nowhere, because they'll say, oh, I thought it was great. Well, what did you think was great? You're really having to pull information from them. So ask them what their favorite part was. Keep following up with them. Were you able to listen to it? And if they didn't, just say, okay, I have the video. Do you think you can watch it? When can you watch it? I'll follow up with you on Wednesday. Is that okay? So set a time for when you're going to follow up with them so you don't feel bad about following up. Sometimes we feel bad like we're bothering them, but if you've already asked for permission, then it's okay. Just ask for permission. If you get a no, then you want to handle the objection. I'm not going to get into that, but there are a number of scripts in the online office for handling objections, and that's a whole nother call. Maybe we could do that next week or something. But you want to handle the objection. If they're still saying no, remember, it just means not right now. And I think it's actually pretty funny. We could probably go into the team page and say how many of us as coaches right now said no initially. And I bet you it's like 75%. I said I wanted to join the challenge group, and I said no to Shakeology. And then Katie was like, well, there's a money back guarantee. Are you sure you can send it back? I really believe in the product, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. That's all. If she would have been like, okay, sorry, can't do the challenge group, then this isn't going to work. Like, imagine what would have happened, but she handled the objection. So don't be afraid of the objections. They just mean that they don't have enough information and they don't see value yet. So just go back to answering more questions. But again, if it's not right now, ask for permission to keep them on your follow-up list. Most times people tell me, yes, keep following up with me. I might be ready soon. Sometimes people say no, and I just take them off my list. It doesn't hurt me personally, and it actually kind of makes me feel sorry for them. But they may come back around, they may not, but you've asked for permission. And then ask for referrals. So this can get pretty creative. And this is another Eric Worre tip. He goes on and when he asks for referrals, he states all the benefits. So if you're asking for referrals, you can reiterate, say this is somebody that really wanted to lose weight, and you can say, okay, well, do you know anybody that really wants to lose 10 to 15 pounds by following a simple nutrition plan and would love to be a part of this accountability group? Or you can ask for a coaching referral. Hey, do you know anybody that would be interested in earning some extra income to pay for their groceries? Join a network of great community and have a ton of fun and make some money to help others. Talk about the benefits of coaching. And sometimes those people will come back and be like, oh, wait, what's this about again? So don't forget about referrals. I sometimes forget about referrals. So I've actually created a new tracker, and on there I have to ask for referrals every day. So I think these are my final tips. Okay. So always end the conversation with a question. Through email or personal message. If you're on the phone, typically, you're just getting off and you can say, do you have any more questions? But ending with the conversation so that, like I said, you keep it open. Will this work for you? Does it sound like something you want to be part of? Get them. This is how you can close them. Do you have a few minutes to sign up? I want to be available to you. If you're on the phone, are you near a computer? I'll walk you through it. What other questions do you have? Anything to keep the conversation rolling and to make sure that you understand that they are going to move forward or not. So it's always good to ask these final questions and closing questions. And then make sure that you guys are tracking your business. How many times do we hear the fortune is in the follow-up? It is so true, because people forget. People fall through the cracks. And guess what? This has happened to me too many times that I care to admit. But Beachbody is all over the infomercial world. So people are seeing this stuff. And if you don't follow up with them, you don't keep in contact with them, they're going to order it from somewhere else. And that sucks. Let me tell you, it really does. Make sure that you are more interested in them than interesting. So don't talk about yourself so much. Ask more questions. If you find yourself like word vomiting or spitting all these facts, like just stop, take a step back and think like, what more questions can I ask? Find common ground and get to know people, become their friend. Just think about you're making friends. And don't think of this as like a cold invite. Like, I can't just sound salesy and sell all these cold invites. You're not, because you've already started a conversation with them. You've already learned about them and become their friend. Stories sell, facts sell, right? Just share stories. I gave you 8 stories at the beginning of this call of how lives were changed. Talking about Shakeology, one thing that I always say is Shakeology is the healthiest thing that I drink every single day, and I love it because. That's it. Shakeology is the healthiest thing that I put in my body every day, and I love it because. And then I tell my story. That's it. That's simple. You can say that to people out in public. You can say that. You can use that for challenge groups. It's so simple. Don't make it complicated. Remember that the person asking the question wins. Remember that no means not right now. Do not take it personal. Seriously, guys, it is them. It is not you at all. And just don't overcomplicate it. It's not that big of a deal. You have a solution. We've talked about this. Katie's talked about this. I'm talking about this. You have the potential to change someone's life by just simply asking if they want to learn more. That's all you're asking. Do you want to learn more about what I have to offer? So that's it. And my call to action, I kind of put this in at the end. I forgot to do one, but get out of your comfort zone and invite 10 people after this call to the webinar for this week. So either if you want to invite to Katie and Taylor's, or if you have one that you're doing, or you have one that you have done, or your upline is doing, invite 10 to the webinar after this call. And if you get scared, just think about the commitment to inviting that we creative, and you guys are all going to print out and just remember why your life is different because somebody invited you. Okay, that's all.
Kirsten, I actually want to say thank you, but I also want to take your call to action one step further. So that invite that you talked about, the call to action. So if you want to just go back to that slide, it was like the third one.
Wait,
the call to action. It was like the number.
Oh, the commitment?
Yeah. So here's what I want you guys to do. And even if you screenshot this now and just fill it in with a PicMonkey image or save it, I'll
post it in the group. I'll post the image in the Knockout Brigade.
Perfect. If everybody can take a picture of you with it or post your invite commitment in the KB, how cool of a post would that be? Like, how cool would it be to see the people who are invested and committed to this vital behavior? You know, all of the tips, all of the scripts that she's giving to us, and I can't thank her enough for all of that. That's the easy part. Like, that's the easy part. But what is holding you back is that fear of hearing the no, or that, you know, that I could do it, but I just don't feel like it, or, you know, I just don't know anyone else. And you have to rise above those excuses and do it anyway. I read today, actually, and this goes into what Kirsten was saying too, in a John Maxwell book. Sometimes you have to say, and excuse me if there's kids around, you have to say screw motivation and just do it. You don't need to be motivated to do everything. You shouldn't have to be motivated to invite someone. You just have to freaking do it. And I think that is where we get tricked up, is we just think, I have to have the perfect time, and my kids are crying, and I don't know when it's going to work out, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. And then before we know it, we've used all these excuses and we're not motivated to do it. But you have to really say sometimes, like, screw motivation. I have to do it. It's my job. I have to invite like it's my job. So the scripts are great. I have to say too, you did a great job as well of intertwining Lauren's tips that she gave. Is Lauren on the call? I don't know if she still is, but I know that she was. Lauren, if you're on, can you unmute for like 2.2 seconds?
2.2 seconds.
2.2. Hey, girl. Are you doing a power hour this week or no?
I am. I do this power hour every day, except on Sundays.
Do you do it at a certain time during the week? I meant to call, like, would it be possible for people to watch your training first that you did last week and to join in on a power hour so they can apply what kind of Kirsten talked about and then what you talked about as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about doing one because I do mine a lot of times really super early in the morning.
Okay.
But it would be helpful for the team. I could totally get on and do one kind of like how we did last time, where I'm just not doing it with you, but answering questions and walking through everything with everyone, if that would be helpful.
Yeah, Lauren, why don't we just kind of discuss a time and see if there's something that works so we can take the invite commitment like just one step further as well. So guys, questions for Kirsten, and I know it's getting late, so I'll let you guys go, but what questions do you guys have for Kirsten?
Was there something in the chat? Oh, wait, never mind. That was you.
I think that
I have a question. It's Lauren. You were talking about how you were asking for referrals. Do you do that with people who say no to you? Do you turn the conversation and say, okay, that's fine, but do you know anybody else who would like it? Do you take it into your challenge groups too? Like, how are you reaching out for your referrals?
Yeah. So anybody that says no, I'm always asking if they know anybody. I do take it I ask all of my customers too, especially after they're getting results. Some of my customers become discount coaches if they're getting results. So I take it a step further and explain the referral, refer 3, get your bag for free, because if they get 3 customers, they're going to get Shakeology paid for. So I kind of walk them through that and tell them that I will help you with the sign-up process and I will run the challenge group. If they have no interest in working the business, but they're referring people to me under them, then I will absolutely just tell them, they can be part of the challenge group. I'll work with them. And what happens then is those discount coaches that sign people up that they refer, like, oh, okay, you can make some money. This is great. And they can turn into a working coach. So kind of how I do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. Do you guys have any other questions? Awesome. Well, a couple calls to action. Webinars, you guys are inviting 10. Your challenge is to invite 10, and the invite commitment. Fill it out, take a picture of it, or print it out, whatever you prefer. Kirsten, I believe, is going to put everything in the KB, and I think that we're good. Do we have anything else to cover tonight?
Nope. Thank you.
Awesome. Kirsten, thank you so much. Great content, great information, guys. Have an awesome night. See you guys.